Oklahoma only 1 of 6 from the field to open this one. Nolan Johnson almost loses it, and this continual pressure by Iowa State defensively really hounding the ball handling of the Sooners.
Well, right now, Oklahoma out of sync. That is not the type of shots they normally take.
It's not a shot you take at Horse. Nurse. Offensive foul.
Sooners are hanging in, though, on the defensive end. Kelvin Sampson in Nolan Johnson's face, trying to get that young man going. Had a tough win Friday night against Missouri, overtime. One of the best college games I've seen in a long time.
Boy, that was a dandy, and I know you were working that one. And in overtime, it was something to see. Newton, who is a local youngster, knocked down the crucial 3 that gave Oklahoma the win.
Yeah, Kelly Newton, Wyandotte High School product, Kansas City, Kansas. Came back home in front of friends and family.
Naharaj has picked up his second foul. So 2 of the stars of the game, with only 13:43 left until halftime, or I should say that much time left, with a couple of fouls each.
Well, again, probably not a smart foul. Once the play's over, Eduardo's got to get out of there. And going after that ball with a guy in front of you, you know you don't want to pick up your second. Here's the improvement, though, Ron, of Oklahoma this year. They have been able to win down the stretch with Eduardo not having to score points. They won the game Friday night with Eduardo fouling out with about 5 minutes left in that ball game. So they have enough offensive weapons, and they're solid enough defensively to play without Nahara.
Well, they come out in the zone here. Haywood checks in, replacing Nahara. Iowa State opened up 3 for 3. Since then, they are 1 of 6 from the field. Fizer puts it on the floor, loses it. J.R. Raymond.
Good hand, see if the Sooners can get an open look. Right now, Iowa State closing all avenues.
Johnson fouled by Hawkins. Fizer, I beg your pardon. Thought for sure they were going to call that on Hawkins, but Fizer gets the call, and it is his first. 5th team foul on Iowa State. Avila against Fizer, no place to go, comes back out on top, and they go back to him again. Good play. Jump hook, nicely done.
Solid play by Avila. Kick it back out, reestablish yourself. What they want him to do, though, is attack Fizer. See if he can score over the top, make Marcus Fizer play a little defense.
8-6 Cyclones. The bouncer inside to Fizer. They cover him up with 3 people, and he still takes it up and scores.
Patience. He stays with it. Avila's got to hold his ground already with 8 points early in this game.
4 of 6 from the field. Horton comes out. Against Raymond. The high screen hit by Fizer. He knocks it loose. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson driving. And it's going to be an offensive foul.
Ron, disruption so far for Oklahoma on the offensive end. They just can't get into anything.
11:55 left until halftime. Cyclones by 4.
Big 12 championship game. Iowa State by 4. Oklahoma trying to stay in this ball game. And Victor Avila, who we've seen improvement through the course of the year, scoring the ball. Nice little jump hook here. But then on the defensive end, this is where the Sooners are having problems. Marcus Fizer, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys standing there. He still gets it point blank to the rim. Power and strength.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a intimidation, a force underneath there, isn't he?
Man, 265 pounds. And again, Ron, he has such a focus on the court.
Out of Arcadia, Louisiana, averages almost 24 a game, 7.5 rebounds, 72% free throw shooter, and 44% from beyond the arc. He doesn't do it a lot, but when he does, you better have a hand on him. Hawkins picks up the dribble, gets it back out front. And fortunate they were in a zone because that had been man coverage. That little lollipop would have been picked off.
Now Sooners defense pretty solid in this zone, challenging shooters. Horton's a good one though. Horton and Nurse are the guys you've got to be careful of. Once they get it going, they will spot up and can bury them from deep.
First three of the afternoon for either team. Horton hits the three-pointer 40% of the time. Nahara back in the game. Fortunate he didn't pick up his third foul as Fizer blocks the shot, and it's going to go the other direction.
You know, we talked about Iowa State and their weapons, and this guy with the ball, Michael Nurse, can shoot it. Cantrell Horton, when he gets it going. He knocked in 4 threes on Friday, and here defensively, when you attack, Marcus Fizer is going to be waiting.
Stone quickly off the bench as Avila picked up his second foul. He and Johnson about to check back into the OU lineup.
OU back to man-to-man. Here's our marquee matchup right here.
Fizer got it. Now that to me is what is so impressive about it, because he can not only play with his back to the hoop, he can create off the dribble.
Well, he does it off the dribble. Kelvin Sampson needs and wants a timeout, and really didn't even look like a matchup. Nahara on Fizer. Fizer took him right off the dribble.
So let's take a timeout. This play sounding much akin to Hilton South. It's all Cyclones. Sooners better be careful. This is a 9-2 run by Iowa State right now.
And Marcus Fizer puts it on the point. Gets away with a little bump right there. Little elbow, little push, extended it. But the elevation on his jump shot, Nahara doesn't challenge, and he's going to have to. Eduardo frustrated by the push, but they're going to allow that to happen.
Only 2 touches by Nahara so far in the game. And you have to wonder how long this assignment of trying to guard Fizer is going to hamper him offensively.
Well, it's a tough chore. What we've seen in Oklahoma the last couple of weeks is their ability to give it to Nolan Johnson and spread the floor. We haven't seen that yet, but they did it against Oklahoma State a week ago in the big win in Stillwater. They did it Friday night against Missouri. They simply cleared out for Nolan Johnson to go to work, but we have not seen Nolan alone with the basketball.
Substitute in the ball game, number 15, Martin Rancic, who is out of Slovakia, played his high school basketball at St. Louis Park High School in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Broke a foot early in the season. In fact, the first game we had up there, John, in the Big 12 was against Missouri, and that began his absence and has just come back.
Tinsley, great hands.
Tinsley with another steal, and Horton will score it. Tinsley has 83 steals coming into this ball game.
He's the guy that will pick your pocket from all angles. Soft hands, quick hands. Back in the line, and he's got 2 fouls.
I said the Sooners need to be careful because this is like a home game for Iowa State. There are so many people wearing red and gold in this arena as a foul is called on Rancic. Martin grabbing Nahara.
Well, phenomenal how many people travel with Iowa State. They have filled Kansas City up for the women's games and for the men's games. Defense inside. You talked about Martin Rancic now back in the lineup. Picks up that personal, and Martin has to, when he comes to the lineup now, he's always been a little bit of a loose cannon with the passing and the shooting. Since he's been back, they've curtailed him a little bit, trying to fit him into the squad. But it does add some depth to the squad.
Not only gives him depth, but I think gives him some muscle, and he can be a smart player. And they have told him what his role is. Heskett for 3.
Yeah, he's got to hit those. Tim's got to hit the open ones.
Oklahoma needing a big spark and needing it quickly. Otherwise, Iowa State trying to run away and hide with this championship game here at Kemper Arena in Kansas City. 17-6. And the Sooners, how uncharacteristic is that? As Fizer up, misses that one, but the follow inside, no basket.
Brandon Hawkins only 6'3", the freshman. They're going to wipe it off.
Nolan Johnson gets the foul.
Now, Kelvin Sampson not happy, but what happens when you focus on one player like this? Everybody kind of becomes a spectator. Defensively, you're watching Fizer, you forget about your man once in a while. The reaction, March Madness.
14 fouls against the Sooners. It's the first foul against Nolan Johnson. Second, I beg your pardon. Brandon, a 67% free throw shooter. Barely drew iron on that one. under 9 minutes in this first half.
Good pass, good shooter.
Price.
Good decision by Eduardo. Not a great outside shooter, has been inconsistent, but Hollis Price could knock him in.
Well, that takes it out of double figures, and good news for the Sooners because they needed to pick me up and quickly.
You'll watch Nolan Johnson will sag off Tinsley. Not a great outside shooter. He'll try to keep him out of the paint.
Rancic almost steals it. Johnson gets it back and gets it off to Price. Nicely done. That's a tough shot going to his left. Kisses it high off the glass. And a young freshman coming up big right now. They needed somebody to do it. But the freshman from New Orleans, Price, a couple of big trips for him.
He's really matured all season long and becoming a tougher player.
Hawkins way off. Martin Rancic inside, misses. The follow by Hawkins, and he missed, but he was fouled.
Well, you mentioned Hollis Price, the freshman who early in the season struggled kind of finding his way in Big 12 play, but as of late he has been really special for Kelvin Sampson. Last 6 ball games, over 12 points, his ability to handle it and shoot it. On Friday night in the overtime, down 2 points or before overtime, 2 seconds left, his 2 free throws send it to overtime. Not easy to stand there in front of all these fans and knock 2 in. And there's nothing but net on Friday night.
Tell you, his 5 points in the last 60 seconds here has kind of awakened the Sooners because they were down 17-6 and it looked as though they were sinking. Rancic gets a break, as does Horton. Gets them both.
Boy, Hawkins has given this team some solid minutes.
Well, it gives them a rotation now of at least 8, if not 9 players, with Martin coming back.
Paul Shirley, one of their forwards, 6'9", is out with a foot injury, and they hope he's back for the NCAA play. Good
Namara. And there shows the intimidation, the outlet pass, and look who it is, Fizer. 265 pounds, and he runs the floor with ease.
Iowa State, when the shot's up, they like to send 2 guys breaking.